Snap is an educational programming language developed at the University of California at Berkeley. The main page is at snap, S-N-A-P, Berkeley, BERKELEY.edu. Once you arrive at the main page, you can run Snap by clicking Run Snap. The Snap program area has three major sections. On the left, there are some commands. In the middle, there's a scripting area. And on the right, there is a stage where actions occur. If I drag out the Move 10 Steps block, each time I click it, the actor in the stage, known as a sprite, moves forward 10 steps. Or if I want it to move 50 steps, I just enter 50 steps. I can drag it to wherever I want. And if I'd like it to draw something, I can put the pen down. So if I want it to draw a line, I put the pen down and then move. I can make a square by simply turning. So in this case, I'm going to turn 90 degrees. And if I do that 4 times in a row, I get a square. I can clear the stage by clicking the clear block in the pen palette. Or if I go to the control palette, I could move all 4 times just with a repeat block. So if I repeat 4 times, I can make a square with 1 click. One of the most important capabilities of Snap is the ability to make new blocks. So if I click the plus sign just beneath the spyglass, it brings up a dialog box that allows me to create a new command, which I can create just by dragging the blocks into the new command that I created. Then, whenever I click square, it will make a square. Or if I want to add a variable input, I can include the variable size or the length. And so now if I say move size steps, whatever number I type into this will be used as a variable. This would probably be a little bit more understandable if I created a label to explain what the input was, which I can do in this way. So now let's explore some of the other palettes that are available. The sound palette, as you might expect, lets us play sounds. There's a sound library which allows me to import different types of sounds. So I'm going to import this sound, and it will play a pop. So now if I like to play this pop using a command sound, a command to play the sound, each time I click the square, the block, it plays a sound. Or if I want, I can record my own sounds using the record function. There's also a library of costumes that I can access. And so if I scroll down through the costumes, I'm going to import 3 different costumes of Avery walking, and then I can switch between these costumes, and Avery will have the appearance of walking across the screen. So if I go to the looks palette, there's the next costume block, and if I do that repeatedly, then Avery walks. Of course, it might be even better if I moved a certain distance across the stage with each step. So, and now I'm going to put the pen up so that Avery is not drawing a line as she walks across the screen. I can also sense when Avery reaches the right edge of the screen using a sensing block. So if I select from the drop-down menu Stage, I can find out when Avery is reaching the right side of the stage by checking her X position. If I want, I can even put the X position up here so that each time Avery moves, the X position will change. And I can tell that the right side of the stage is 240 by clicking the right of stage block. So now, if I'd like Avery to go back to the left side once she walks off the right side of the stage, I can use an if command to do that, which is found under the control section. So I can say if, and now I'll go to the operators palette. So if the X position of Avery is greater than the right side of the stage, then I can go to the left side of the stage. So I can set X to left of stage. So let's keep moving across the stage. And if I do that repeatedly, then we see as she goes off the right side, she comes back on the left side. This could be turned into a block called walking. And so now, if I run walking repeatedly, using a forever block. Now, this is more like running, so maybe I would like to put a delay in after each time, which I can do. And wait, say, 1/10 of a second before I take the next step. And that will slow things down a bit. These are some of the blocks in Snap. It has many more capabilities, but this provides an introduction of the basic layout of Snap and some of the palettes with different types of commands that you can use.